For this trick, somebody needs to select a card. Let's say they say stop right there. It's the three of hearts. What we're going to do, put all the cards on top of the three in the center. Then we'll give the deck a couple of cuts, have them say stop one more time, and then what we're actually going to do is turn over that card there, and all it takes is a little wave just like that, and the card has changed. And so that's the trick, and it is instantly repeatable. So for the trick, what we're going to do first is I'm just going to show you real basics of how to do a one-handed fan and what you're going to need to know to do that. This is a great flourish. Okay, got to be one of my favorites, especially when you use 15 to 20 cards. They can look really nice. So what you're going to do, hold the deck mechanics. If you're holding your mechanics in your left hand, then you're going to grab it like this in your right. I guess you could start from mechanics and shift it over, but you want your fingers like this. And then what you're going to do is lift off your thumb after you have it squared, and you're going to push down with both of these fingers, and then you're going to move your thumb right there. So the book says put it right there on the deck. I put it a little bit off, sort of like half on, half on the pack. Half on, half off the pack. So when I flip it like this, and then put your four fingers on the bottom, you're going to move them so they're on the pack right there. And I'll even put my pinky half on, half off. Then you're going to apply even pressure on both sides. It's hard to do slowly, but and then you're going to try to spread them all and try to get most of the cards to show. So this will take a little bit of practice. If you're kind of discouraged, try it with a few less cards. It'll be a little easier to make it look alright. But your goal is that every card is shown evenly. So this is almost there. Anyway, the easiest, pick it up there, flip it out. So that pushes down and that spins. Okay, so that's how to do a one-handed fan, which the answer is actually mainly practice. I mean, trust me, when I did my first one, it was like that. So don't worry if you can't do it yet. It'll come. So, on to the trick. You're going to have somebody say stop anywhere they like. Let's say they say stop there. Do a fan in your right hand, and that will allow you to flip over the card here. Okay? And there's an advanced and an easier version of this trick. So we'll teach the easier version. In the easier version, you count 1, 2 cards there, and then you're just going to lift up the card like this. You pick it up with your thumb and middle finger, and you scoot it over, and then you grab it with your middle and pinky right there, and that allows you to flip the card over. This might take a little bit of practice. There's all you basically need to do is get a double lift or control the card to the top. So if you know a good method to do that, you could just do a double undercut or whatever, but let's just say you do this. Have a double here, flip it over, stick it somewhere into the pack, push it in, and make sure your selection ends up on top. So the card's controlled to the top now. Now what you're going to do is you can throw in a couple of cuts like this, but when you do, get a pinky cut, a pinky break above the selection. In the front it won't look as bad. Then you can just do a classic, break force. Have a break back here, have somebody say stop somewhere above the break. Wherever they say stop, you pretend like that's the spot. So it looks like this. Okay? And you're just basically, they say stop there, and as you lift it up, you come to that spot. Okay? Or you could just choose the spot yourself, whatever you want. So we have the selection on top, but what we're going to do is make a one-handed fan in this hand. And as we do it, what I just did there was collected the selection on the bottom. Looks like this. As I'm spreading out those cards, the cards are going to be covering where the selection is. So they're spread, and then all I need to do is just pick up the selection underneath. And really, I can just thumb it off, just like that. I'm trying not to do a whole lot of thumb movement, but just get the card off just so. So, as I spread, I push it underneath. And honestly, if you're just doing this spread right here,